Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I was worn out from this week, or this week really. I had a long week, went to Vegas, then got back, went straight up to Atlanta and did travel ball. I tell you what, tired. But anyway, I'm getting recharged. Wanted to show you this from coinpaprika.com, who is one of my sponsors. Quan is up 6.34%. Followed by Bitcoin, VeChain, Theta, IOTA. This is my list here. And then, so it looks like we got a little bit of green going on the last 24 hours. Before we get going, I wanted to show you this from Masterworks, who is a sponsor, and I am a purchaser of their products, which is artwork, tokenized artwork, not tokenized, securitized artwork. They buy a painting for, say, $30 million, then they turn it into $20 shares with a minimum investment of $500. And I have been accumulating this, and a good part of the reason is what you're looking at right here. When you find out fine art has outperformed the S&P 500 by more than 250%, this is what you look like. Right? Okay. The link to that will be in the top of the description of this video, and all you have to do is click on it and tell them DAI sent you. Also, I found out something else that I didn't know this morning. I use several of these Ledger Nano S's, and they're also a sponsor. No shipping, no wait. Ledger products are now available for same-day pickup from all Best Buy stores in the United States. Run, don't walk. I did not know this. I saw this morning. I had no idea. So if you need a Ledger Nano S, just walk on into Best Buy is what it looks like to me. And the link to this will be in the top of the description. And you can click on that too and tell them DAI sent you. Now, check this out from eGrag Crypto. XRP in comparison to with Bitcoin. And by the way, this is going to be an exciting week, folks. There's a lot going on. We're going to go over all of it. XRP in comparison with Bitcoin chart, the blue chart, BTC, and the white chart's XRP, the green chart's Bitcoin, but aligned with inception of XRP. If we are currently in the pink square in comparison with Bitcoin chart history, then we must have an abrupt move to $55. If there's an abrupt move in XRP to $55, you might see me take a day or two break from making videos for the first time in 4 years, because I will be jumping up and down, kicking and screaming, and may just be too excited. But more than likely, you'll see me do more videos because I'll be as excited as you are, and we'll want to talk about it. Now, remember, Perry Unboring from the Chamber of Digital Commerce has been talking about, or she talked about filing a brief in the Ripple case. The Ripple case is, from everything I read from all these lawyers, sometimes by March, this thing should be over at the latest. So now she teases this weekend that a picture of a filing that they're doing, and you can see that it's Ripple. You can see through the paper that it's Ripple. So she teased that. But I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of the fact that they're just trying to save a little face, knowing that they never did anything to help Ripple. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but still I'm going to show you what's going on. So she went on Mornings with Maria Bartiromo, being one of the media people who has not covered ETHgate at all. Okay, she says, I know there's a lot of anticipation around the Ripple case. Our announcement tomorrow is not related. So anyway, she goes on Maria Bartiromo, knowing that she's about to file this thing. She's teased social media, but that seems to her to be good enough. Then goes on to Maria Bartiromo for 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and all she can talk about is complain about how the SEC has not given Bitcoin an ETF. They've given them a free pass from a regulatory standpoint, even though they all know that there's 4 Satoshis. They've given Ethereum a free pass, but Perry Unboring, she's willing to do a little tease without even saying the word Ripple when she shows the picture, but she's not willing in the 5 minutes and 30 seconds to say, hey, we're going to file a brief in the SEC versus Ripple case. This stinks to me of butt covering instead of actually trying to help Ripple. Okay, but we will hold her accountable. Now, Kenny Nugent, I guess that's how you say his name. He thinks differently. This is the picture that she put up, and you can see Brad Garlinghouse's name and Ripple and Chris Larson in there. He thinks that the reason they're entering now is that there's a settlement in the works now, and so it's okay to go ahead and file it because they must know something. I hope he's right. I hope that I'm wrong and that this isn't just some thing to cover. Well, even in that scenario, it would be a thing where they're just trying to cover their butts. But look, once we have a level playing field, I don't really care. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about ETHgate every day. I'm not going to be talking about Chamber of Digital Commerce. We have shown the light. Okay, we've fought the good fight. All we ever wanted was a level playing field. I'm not interested in tearing down Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's never been what it's about for me. So the second we get all I wanted was for there to be a level playing field. And you know why? Because I knew that if you ever had one, Bitcoin and Ethereum don't work. They can't compete with XRP. They can't compete with Cardano. They can't compete with XLM. That's the reason I think this has all been done. Moving along. Now, last night, I won't say who sent it to me, but somebody sent me this video and I decided to put it out, and you need to see it. Every word. This is a classic.
To the Batmobile.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. We're at my office today at Cantor Injury Law, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 elements of a tort: duty, breach of the duty, causation, and damages.
Ordinarily, the government is immune from being sued. However, under the Federal Tort Claims Act, you can sue the government for certain personal injuries.
So there are 4 elements to a tort. The first is that there's a duty of care.
So, what is the duty of care for the United States Securities and Exchange Commission? Well, looking at the SEC's website, which was recently modified as of August 19, 2022, their duty of care is very plainly stated for all to see. First, the mission of the SEC is to protect investors and maintain fair, orderly, and efficient markets. Their vision is to promote capital markets that inspire public confidence and provide a diverse array of financial opportunities to retail and institutional investors, entrepreneurs, public companies, and other market participants. They achieve their mission and vision, or their duty of care, by focusing on their values. These include integrity, quote, "We inspire public confidence and trust by adhering to the highest ethical standards." Accountability, quote, "We embrace our responsibilities and hold ourselves accountable to the American public." And also fairness, quote, "We treat investors, market participants, and others fairly and in accordance with the law."
So they have a duty not to act recklessly, not to be unreasonable. So when they violate that duty, you say that they've breached that duty of care. The next element is causation. Did what the bad actor do cause your injuries?
So, on December 17, 2020, which was 5 days prior to the date the SEC filed the action against Ripple and others, Professor Joseph Grunfest, the William A. Franke Professor of Law and Business at Stanford Law School and a former commissioner at the SEC, writes to all of the 5 currently active commissioners at the SEC, quote, "An enforcement proceeding at this time is highly problematic. Simply initiating the action will impose substantial harm on innocent holders of XRP, regardless of the ultimate resolution. Given the significance of liquidity to the XRP market, the withdrawal of intermediaries will most likely cause, that's right, most likely cause for emphasis, billions of dollars of losses to innocent third-party holders. This result would, to my knowledge, be unprecedented. I am aware of no instance in which the simple announcement of a commission enforcement proceeding has, absent allegations of fraud, misrepresentation, or omission, caused, that's right, caused, for emphasis, multi-billion-dollar losses to innocent third parties. Creating precedent and imposing losses of this sort raises public policy concerns.
Duty, breach of the duty, causation, and damages.
So, what are the damages from the SEC's actions? Well, according to a September 9, 2022 article in AMB Crypto, attorney John Deaton has asserted that the SEC's actions against XRP cost investors about $15 billion in losses. But that's just market cap loss from loss of liquidity in the XRP market, from exchanges dropping XRP and investors selling. What about the damages resulting from the prevention by the SEC of XRP's ultimately intended use case, occurring
we're
for
over
several
the target.
years?
What
Trillions.
is Interledger's total addressable market
Quadrillions.
size? All the money.
What about XRP having to compete in a free market against the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum, when each of Bitcoin and Ethereum have obtained regulatory freedom from the SEC? Yet, XRP has been captured by the SEC during this same time.
This is genius what was put together here, folks. And the truth is, the damages are preventing the use case. The damages are in the trillions to quadrillions. That's what we're talking about. Trillions to quadrillions, all the money. And I love what was put together now. There was a tiny slip of intellectual honesty. The guy you're looking at is Raoul Pal. You have to remember, Raoul Pal, he buddies around with all the Bitcoin, Ethereum maximalists, and you don't have to take my word for it. I will prove it to you. But remember, when you're watching, I've said for a long time, they all know, folks. They've always known. But they've intentionally acted like they didn't understand XRP and all that. All that talk is intentional. Some of them who have pretended like they didn't understand it is Novogratz, Anthony Pompliano. Remember when Pompliano had Brad Garlinghouse on and he said, well, I just don't understand, it's like all that. I don't understand. Why not just use Bitcoin? He understands exactly what Bitcoin can't do compared to XRP. That is a crock that he doesn't understand. Then last week, Mark Yusko, who I think is a nice guy, he said he has to just look into it more. He just doesn't understand. They understand, folks, because they're all in the same club. Here's Raoul Pal, Vitalik Buterin. This is Raoul Pal's website, Real Vision. Raoul Pal, Vitalik Buterin. There's Michael Saylor. The only good guy that I know of in this picture, as far as one of the good guys that's been around XRP and completely understands it, is Santiago Velez. There's Mark Yusko. There's Pompliano. They're all in the same freaking club. This one's Lynn Alden's the one that's always speaking at all the things. And they say this is the arrogance. Real experts don't hide behind keyboards. Well, the digital asset investor doesn't hide behind keyboards, but the problem is they don't invite XRP people onto these stages until recently when they started inviting Brad Garlinghouse. And again, that's probably some butt covering too. Now, I'll get to that in the next video because I don't want to run out of time. I want you to hear what he says. They all know, folks. They've always known.
And this one comes to us from Serkan Orbe, and the question is, what about XRP? Obviously, they're talking about Ripple. Any thoughts there, Ralph?
Yeah, so there's this weird narrative from the past about Ripple. The point being is, even if they have to settle a lawsuit and get a slap on the wrist, Ripple plays actually quite an important role. It's a money transmission network, and it does quite a good job of it. And it has deep connections with global governments around the world and has worked really hard on it. So there is a reason the chain is valued as highly as it is. And it's not from speculation, because actually, it got taken off a whole bunch of exchanges because of the lawsuit. It's actually because when I use my netcast law model, the amount of value that gets transacted on the chain is very high.
So you see what he just said, folks? The irony of this entire space is that XRP is one of the, how many times did we hear them say over the year, oh, banks will never use XRP. XRP, the irony of this entire crypto industry is XRP is one of the only ones that's being used. All the rest of it, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this stuff, the NFT space doesn't even work on Ethereum. The gas fees are a joke. It doesn't work. The real use is in XRP. And now XLM too. I mean, their USDC's running on that. They got to deal with money. The real use is in the ones we already knew. And these guys, for what, I don't know what their reasons are. I've always had this theory that they knew that there would be a ton of money made in the short term on the speculation on these things that don't work, these prototype tests, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that they all decided that not only would they make a lot of money on that, but that they would bash XRP because a lot of them knew that there was a longer term plan, but it wasn't going to happen in the short term. That's what I think went on here. I think that there's a few thousand of these industry. I'm not saying him. I'm not naming any name. I'm just saying I think there's a few thousand of these industry leaders, quote leaders, that have known all along several things. One, they know who the four Satoshis are. Two, they know what's going on with ETHgate and all of this. That's why they won't speak of it, because they can't. They can't answer it. They never thought we would find it. And that three, they all knew that they had a short period, a window of time to make billions with information that you and I didn't have. And I could name names, but I'm not going to name them. Let me finish this and then we'll end this video.
It's being used. So I think if you lift the legal issue, probability is that the value of the chain increases significantly. And as the world moves towards central bank digital currencies, I think the XRP network is going to be somewhere at the center of all of that. So yeah, I don't rule it out. I know it's not flavor of the day for a lot of people. I think it's a big player, it's a real player, and it has its niche.
Oh, they all know, folks. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and remind your friends and families that this guy is ex-Goldman Sachs, just like Novogratz. These people know. And the thing that's made me so mad over the last few years is that I knew that they knew. I just knew in my gut that they knew. And to watch these people go on to CNBC and act like they don't get it, it's up. And to try to make money off of all of this on both sides of the trades on all of this stuff, that's the part that really pissed me off.